While rock climbing in a canyon, a man suddenly slipped and fell. During the fall, his right hand got wedged beneath a massive boulder. The sudden accident left Aaron completely stunned, and by the time he gathered his thoughts, he was already trapped at the bottom of a long, narrow canyon. Aaron desperately tried to pull his arm free, but the boulder didn't budge. In fact, it seemed to clamp down even tighter. Fighting through the pain, he used his left hand to try lifting the rock, putting every ounce of strength into it. But the boulder didn't move a bit. Then he tried kicking it, ramming it with his shoulder, using momentum from his whole body. Nothing worked. The rock was like it was part of the earth itself, immovable. He was exhausted and just wanted to rest, but the pressure on his body, especially his hip, was unbearable. Waves of pain hit him repeatedly. In desperation, Aaron shouted for help, but the vast canyon was empty. Not a soul in sight. With no one to hear him, Aaron turned to self-rescue. He took inventory of what he had in his pack: a climbing rope, a DV watch, a folding knife, and less than half a bottle of water. At this point, the small knife seemed like the most useful tool. He began using the knife to chip away at the rock around his arm, but his hand soon cramped from the effort. He kept at it for hours, only managing to shave off a few bits of useless rock dust. Then, without warning, he dropped the knife, and it fell into a narrow crack below him. Aaron leaned down quickly, but his movement was too restricted. He couldn't reach it. Thinking fast, he took off a sock, grabbed a stick, and used his toes to pinch it together. Inch by inch, he fished for the knife. Finally, after a nerve-wracking effort, he managed to hook it back up, but now he realized the blade had dulled. He had no choice but to sharpen it, and he worked tirelessly from daylight into nightfall. He was parched, his throat dry, and still hadn't taken a single sip of water. Carefully, he twisted open the bottle cap and sipped just a tiny bit, letting it sit on his tongue to savor it. His legs had been standing for so long they were close to giving out. He needed a way to shift his weight, so he kept tossing his climbing rope upward. After dozens of attempts, the rope finally caught onto a rocky protrusion. He tied the other end around his waist to relieve some of the pressure. At last, he could rest for a moment, and that's when sunlight began streaming through the narrow gap above.